So let's start by your name and who you work for.
Jeff Brand, and I'm with Microsoft.
And is this the same shirt that you have on your Facebook page?
No, I have a pullover on my golf pullover
okay.
on my Facebook page.
Did you actually go to Michigan State?
No.
Okay, so what's the fascination with the Spartans then?
My entire family went to Michigan State. So
okay.
kind of by de facto, my blood runs green.
Gotcha. Okay. So what are you speaking on today? I actually forgot.
I am talking, kind of doing an intro to the Windows Presentation Foundation / Silverlight Composite Application Library.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of an intro to the basics on getting started with
And if you gave me the 1-minute spiel on what this composite application, is it composite application block Prism? Is that what
so Prism is its code name.
Okay.
So we're on Prism 2. Its official name is the Composite Application Library for WPF and Silverlight.
I like Prism better.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to say. What it basically is a framework for building an application where you define a shell and then are able to load modules and corresponding UI or services in kind of a framework-oriented way into that application. So a way to extend an application in a modular kind of way.
From what I've heard, this seems like it's actually a pretty good framework to use if you have a team that's very, broken up, so to speak. You have, people over here working on one thing, people working here over one thing, so they can really focus on just that. And then this allows them just to plug it in much easier than what you were able to do before.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I have a team, let's take a stock style application. If I have a team that's working on the buying and selling piece, but then I have another team who's working on account management, for example, they can both work on their respective modules, and the framework provides a way to plug the work that they're doing into a common shell. And so in that shell, I can expose both pieces of functionality. I can coordinate and have events pass between both units of functionality. And maybe to some degree, more importantly, I can define styling at the application shell level that then will kind of make both of their pieces of work look and feel roughly the same. Then you have to get into making sure everybody's following the same design standards and things like that.
I know we've talked about this in the past a little bit in terms of WPF, the adoption of it, and the fact that it's not as widely adopted probably at this point than most people would like it. Would you say that's true?
Oh, I would say that's true. WPF has a bit of a learning curve. Once you kind of
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. It is. It's one of those weird things that I think once you climb that mountain, you realize that it was worth climbing the mountain because of the technology and the framework and the infrastructure that's there in WPF. But yeah, adoption certainly isn't necessarily where we would want to see it. I think one thing that will certainly start to help drive not just WPF, but from the broader kind of XAML ecosystem will be as we move into Silverlight 3 and get Silverlight 3 out of the box, more and more people, out of the browser, more and more people are going to start to look and say, hey, this XAML thing is kind of cool. Once you learn XAML, you've basically learned Silverlight and WPF. So.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
You bet.